Welcome, travelers, to the Deck of Many Tales podcast, where stories unfold with every draw of the card and the dice guide our fate. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. Whether you're a seasoned hero or just stepping into the world of tabletop tales, we're thrilled to have you at our table. If you're enjoying the journey, be sure to connect with us. You can join our party on Discord, find exclusive updates and content on our website, and follow us on all of our socials to stay up to date with all of our quests, chaos, and crits. Now, gather your gear, ready your spells, and let's get into the story. In the year 1432 ATF, after the fall, the world of Astralin has enjoyed a prolonged era of peace, a tranquility that stretches beyond living memory. Levering, home of the Watchers, has been marked by quiet discontent in recent years. To the north, Savroch has steadfastly defended global peace with its renowned guardians, the 72, and has even initiated unprecedented alliances among city-states. To the east lies Zedanel, Astralin's most technologically advanced city and your closest ally, which has produced unparalleled technology or technological marvels, benefiting both cities and people alike. Among the innovations is the God's Eye, the namesake of their formidable fighting force. The Holy See of Jermoda, despite its name, serves as a central hub for all followers of the Primus and has made significant, albeit unsuccessful, efforts to unify the city-states. Catrices, to the south, stands as a paragon of faith and belief, largely abstaining from world affairs despite being the greatest trade city the world has ever known. And here you stand, students of the finest and most prestigious academy in the world, on the brink of your final mission before becoming Vena, the elite fighting force of Jermoda, your capital city. Though one of the youngest cities, Jermoda has quickly become a premier destination for those seeking self-improvement and knowledge. The Academy of the Grand Order of Vena hosts Astralin's most formidable warriors, and today, you will join their ranks. For your final mission, you have been tasked with breaking the tense silence between your homeland and Levering. Aboard a magical rotorcraft, you are en route across the sea to disable and destroy a local communications tower. While the test ahead was unforeseen, it is your solemn duty and honor to see it through to its end. Now, let's go ahead and describe our characters. Amira, we'll start with you.
All right. Amira is a young Eldrin woman with a slight figure. She's quite a bit smaller than a lot of her peers, both in height and general size. She looks pretty frail, all things considered. Her wavy hair is pinned back in a messy off-center ponytail and is growing white in color with dark lavender ends. Perhaps her most notable feature is her eyes, one colored in dark lavender and the other a bright shade of periwinkle. Her eyes are almost striking enough themselves to distract from the dark bags under her eyes. When her gaze lingers on something or someone, she doesn't seem to blink. Something in her gaze is a little off-putting and almost unnatural, but luckily she doesn't really linger anywhere for too long as she's constantly looking around herself as if she's looking for something but never quite finding it. It's not the kind of panic searching or nervous fidgeting that you'd expect the rest of the students to have. She's pretty much acting as her normal self, all things considered.
All right. Next to you, in this on this side of three seats, Melody. Would you like to describe yourself?
Yeah, Melody is a young Kalistar woman who's got pale blonde white hair. She's got crystal clear blue eyes, a light olive skin tone, and she stands an elegant and poised 5'11". She's always dressed for battle with a cute overskirt corset combo piece, and her signature weapon each sits on one hip, and she's got her chemical bag that sits up against her right thigh. She's also equipped with 2 left thigh daggers, a light crossbow at her back, and she's prepared for anything that might come her way. She also has her hair up in a high bun because she's got enough trouble going on with her oversized round glasses that sit on her nose. And she's also got a ton of jewelry and trinkets on her person 24/7.
Very good. We'll start with Ruan.
Alrighty. So you see a lad sitting there looking a little tense, understandably. He has broad shoulders, appears to have some orcish blood in him, with pointed ears and a tusk, only one, on the left side. His green skin is littered in small scars. He has black hair with dark red streaks in it, and it's a bit shaggy around his face. He has a bit of a stern expression right now. It seems to be kind of his basic expression, a little bit of RBF. But he does have a little bit of like a boyish charm to his features. He hasn't quite grown out of it yet. He has some scarring around his eye that you can see. It's like marbled burn scars that like fade out into like a discoloration. And the other is covered under bandages that kind of cover his shoulder as well as his chest a little bit. Let's see. He has a leather coat on. He's looking pretty punk. He's got some big heels on his boots, and like he could stomp some shit. And his biggest, I guess, like striking point here that you notice a little later probably is that he's missing his right arm from above the elbow. So his shirt is just tied off at the end there. He stands a little over 6 feet tall. Pretty strong figure. But when he walks, he has a slightly broken gait that you can see more often when he's less focused. And he has a gun blade crossed over his back.
Very nice.
Well, thank you.
And last but certainly not least, Tamlith. Would you like to describe your character?
All right. Tamlith, beside Ruan, is sort of nervous, fidgeting, not particularly glancing at anybody at the moment. An average tall sort of tiefling, though sat right now. He's broad-shouldered and sort of soft pink skin, that sort of bloodworm skin color. Sandy brown hair, just a bit past his shoulders that he's tied back into a serviceable tail behind his head for the time being, with big curling horns that curl up forward around his ears and around near his cheeks that are deep dark brown, sort of ram horn color and texture. Eyes kept down, but they're an amber orange tone with black sclera, and freckles dusted across his face just lightly, a little bit here and there, and a little nick to the side of his mouth. Wearing sort of red shirts that's buttoned up, high collar, nice and lean, and some smart black slacks. Or, they might look smart in somewhere other than a battlefield, but black slacks, slim, and big long sword that, since they're sitting down at the moment, it's not exactly the best to be kept strapped to his back. So it's set to the side, sheathed, and buckles ready to be set and slung around his shoulders.
Right. And all of you aboard this rotorcraft in your military fatigues, you are all sitting facing across from each other. One of the doors to the rotorcraft is closed. One of them is open, so you can easily look out and see over the water. Sitting with you is an elf woman. She has this raven black hair put up into a simple ponytail, wearing the same fatigues as you are. Her eyes are like almost like a swirling amber and white color, but she looks very serious about whatever she is here for. Although you have not spoken to her since you have only just stepped in the vehicle. The pilot of this vehicle you see is an air ganassi. Very sky blue skin, spiky white hair, eyes to match, and he seems focused, but he doesn't seem serious. He occasionally is looking back. He has a whimsical nature about him as he's flying to your destination. Is there anything you guys would like to discuss on your way there?
Amira's not making any small talk. She's looking around the hovercraft as they go.
And we knew that this was going to be like a couple hour trip, question mark?
And anyone bring any cards?
Yeah.
So we just get to be in anxiety for a bit.
I think Tamleth... Yeah, Tamleth is probably doing whatever the Astralane equivalent of a Hail Mary is, like counting off on his fingers.
Melody's gonna turn to Amira and kind of like bump her elbow a little bit.
Amira jumps.
Hey, do you want to maybe play a game?
Sure. What game would you like to play?
We could do like I Spy.
What is that?
So what it is, you know, I spy with my little eye, and then I look around for an item, and I say, you know, yellow. And then you would have to guess what yellow item I had picked. And then it's your turn. Mm-hmm.
May I go first?
Yeah, absolutely.
I spy something green, and I look directly at Ruhan.
Oh no.
Is it Ruan?
Amazing.
This is a very easy game.
I just raised my eyebrow at you. Just listening to this.
Let me see. I spy with my little eye something red. And she's gonna like look and like just keep looking around.
As you're playing this game, you see the woman who is sitting amongst you all. She like stares at you for a moment, and then you see she pulls out something and starts writing something down.
Oh no, am I about to fail the test?
You're about to flunk before we've even
Sure, the
gotten
pilot
there.
can be whimsical, but we can't be whimsical.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm just trying to help my friend.
Amira's fine.
Judgmental
She's acting
much.
completely normal. For her.
Hey, you don't know what she's writing. Also, maybe
can I
she's
look
writing the.
and see
you
if
know,
I can
you're a
read
team
what she's
player.
writing?
Who knows?
Are you trying to be subtle about it?
No.
She sees you peek over, and she looks like over her clipboard at you and raises it a little bit so you can't see.
Who's sitting next to her?
That would be Tamleth.
I look at
Oh, no.
Tamleth expectantly.
Just like looking down. I'm like counting on my fingers for a second, and then realizes I'm being stared at.
Amira's stare is a little bit off-putting.
Yeah, it's one of those like you're not paying attention, and it's like I'm being watched.
You can definitely sense when she's staring at you.
Yes.
I very subtly point at the lady.
Make a sleight of hand check.
First roll of the podcast.
Let's go.
First roll
Let's
of
go.
the show.
Okay.
So if we're not
Okay.
gonna have it shown,
Pretty good.
do you want to say what it is aloud?
16.
Yeah, here we go.
All right. She doesn't say anything.
I'm just gonna glance between her and Imira, and then as casually as I can, just sort of lean back in the seat and tip my head up and over.
Also make a sleight of head check.
Sleight of
Sleight of
hate that.
head. Roll the die. We're going with a 13.
Tamleth, don't disappoint me.
You see, you can't see what she was writing at the top of her sheet, but then you see what she's writing, and you say, "Okay, all right, stop reading what I am," and then you look up at her, and she's staring daggers at you.
We're making really good impressions here.
We're so good at making friends.
I just sort of grin weakly at her.
Can
Don't
I
move back
help
from
you?
the seat.
Tamleth,
What was your name again?
You don't know my name. Do they not brief you?
I'm gonna look over at Ruan immediately, like, Team Captain, help out.
Did we actually get a brief on it? Because I don't remember the person's name
You did
being
not.
mentioned. So I just shake my head.
No. My name is Munira. I'm here to give you your mission briefing as well as let you know what everyone else is doing. I was waiting for somebody to ask, but apparently initiative is not something we excel at here. And she writes some more on her sheet.
Give us a break. We're a little nervous.
I understand. You all are, but you have a mission to do.
I'd give her a nod. Be happy to hear
She looks
out.
at you. Yeah, she's waiting at you, or looking at you expectantly.
Yeah, we'd be
Right.
happy to hear it then.
Well, you will all be working, as you know, in concert with all of the other teams. You, Diamond Team, will be the tip of our spear. You'll be airdropped into the second half of the city via this rotorcraft. Once you're on the ground, it will be your duty to battle through to the communications tower found behind the town square. There have been reports of barricades put up at all entrances from here. You'll need to find a way to break these down and push through to the tower. Once inside, ascend to the main control room found at the top floor. That is where the heat or the heart of the array is. It is likely to be unguarded from the inside, as all of their forces will be spent defending other parts of the city. That is where these come in. And she reaches into her breast pocket, and she pulls out like a bundle of these circular metallic devices, all with like little blue blinking lights on them. These are magical explosives. They make quite a big boom. So plant these and set the detonation timer. Once it is set, it cannot be changed. So make sure to give yourselves plenty of time to get out. But be warned, the longer you linger, the more chance you draw attention to yourselves, so balance that out. This ends the first and most critical phase of your mission. The second phase of your mission is optional and will be up to your team leader, and she gestures to you, Ruan, to determine if it is still possible. There is an important piece of enemy technology located in the basement of an adjacent intelligence building. It is a schematic located on a small rectangular device. Our scouts report that it is bright red with their symbol on its face. Completing this part of the mission will give your team full honors, as well as a raise in stipend. It is worth it if possible. Whenever you are finished, you are to exfiltrate as quickly as possible back to the beach. Once all Vena have been accounted for, we will depart.
So do we need to grab the device or break it?
Break it, return it to us.
Got it. Ruan's making a bit of a face.
Okay.
Why do not just drop us on the tower?
Well, the tower is protected by a magical force field that cannot be breached by our vehicles. Also, we need to give Emerald Team time to do their job, so we don't get shot out of the sky.
Didn't they say they had anti-air forces
Yeah.
already? So that's probably...
Exactly. Team Emerald will be deployed invisibly to the city center, where they set up a magically reinforced encampment. From here, they will be able to disable the arcane cannons that have been installed around the city. They will not have long in this position before they are exposed, and thus we have to exfiltrate back to the beach quickly.
In terms of communication, will we be told via our... And I gesture at my echo bangle, like lift it a little.
Yes, you will be able to communicate with us or any member of any of the teams here today.
Wonderful.
Your communications will go to each team leader accordingly.
I'm having that sinking feeling where I'm remembering I did not ask Vega if he was his team leader.
Oh no! Oh no!
I was literally
you-
just typing that in the chat. Like, oh boy.
My man.
You do know that he did tell you,
Okay.
and you do remember that he is a part of Omega Team, but you don't know if he's the captain or not.
Omega team, huh? Anyway,
Do not start.
Okay. Well, I will just try to contact the team leader when we get closer then. Just to get who is who, probably.
Right. Well, if there's anyone that you need to contact specifically, are you after something? What do you need already?
Oh, nothing. I was curious if it all was going to work
Right.
over there or not.
Well, Ruby team is already in place. Emerald team should be almost there. And the other three are en route as we are.
So Emerald's in the center. Ruby is distracting?
Are you asking?
Yeah.
She says, Team Ruby will be sabotaging the outer perimeter of the city. They are not with us right now, you'll notice. They were requested 12 hours ahead of everyone else in order to slip in under the cover of night. They are currently rigging explosives at all exit and entrance roads to prevent vehicular reinforcements and runners out of the city.
All right. Thank you.
What are the other teams doing?
Team Omega will be our most lethal distraction, charging in with our ground forces who have already begun the assault. Their job is to create enough of a threat to divert their forces to the beach, and they are being kept close to Sapphire's Team HQ to lengthen the amount of time they can continue their assault. That being said, Team Sapphire will cast a wide net on the city, spreading out and providing healing and aid to everyone necessary. They will be setting up an operating tent on the beach to provide care for the grievously wounded, but if you see them out in the field, don't be afraid to ask for their assistance, though it will be limited due to the scale of this operation. And lastly, Team Ultimate will be disabling their mech and weapon production temporarily by leading a frontal assault on their production facility located in the eastern part of the city. This should largely keep out their most deadly resources off your backs for a short time.
Do I know if Team Ultimate was our Daredevil?
Those are our
Okay.
lovely
Yeah.
friends.
Got it.
Yes.
Yeah, so I just nod like that makes sense.
Just
why
for
they're the daredevils.
just for my clarity, for Timber's clarity, is our part of the mission supposed to be sneaky?
Are you asking me or are you asking Manira?
I'm asking you. God.
Okay.
Did it sound like she? I know she said barricades and like stuff. I wasn't
It
sure.
sounded like
if-
we're gonna have to fight in, but I didn't know if that was actually
Like-
the case or not.
It also sounded like she wanted it a little bit on the DL.
You're gonna want a little bit of DL when we get into the facility because we don't want to like trigger the guards on us. But if there's barricades and shit, we're gonna have to fight to get through in the beginning.
Go over the barricades. Sneakily.
Yeah.
I mean, we
If you
could
can
throw
find a
one
way.
we could throw.
I sure can.
To
I can throw a note. I can
answer
throw
your
it in
question,
you too.
to answer your question, it is not specified whether or not you need to sneak in or go in guns blazing.
Excellent. In that case, Amira looks to Ruhan. Are you going to be loud about this or quiet?
I would say preferably quiet until we can't. And I look over back at Manira with like a
She looks to
questioning
you.
look. Was that specified? A preference there?
No, it is your job to get the job done, so you choose.
All right. Thank you. I look a little like. Okay.
The quieter we are, the less likely we will fail. We'll be given more time.
Yeah. Because I mean, the easier it'll be to not be bothered.
Yeah, the other teams are creating some distractions, so there's a chance we could probably do it.
It's one of those things where if you quiet the people who see you, then no one finds out.
Yeah.
So we go in quietly, we take the tower down and get the little red thing from the basement.
If we can.
I think we can.
I nod assuredly back at you. But we have to
Perfect.
stay together and communicate in a way that isn't going to be super loud and keep us lingering. And then when we set those explosives. Is there a recommended time? Like, have you seen them used before?
I've seen timers of 5 minutes. I've seen timers of 30 seconds. It's about how efficient you are.
Right, so for newbies, probably on the longer side. Okay.
Yeah, long enough to get us out. We'll figure that out when we get there.
She looks at you all and she says, but not long enough to be disarmed. She gives you kind of like a warning look.
Of course not.
Understood.
Amira looks very unbothered. She doesn't have a weapon on her. She's not bothered by this.
Yeah, but the bombs being unarmed, like somebody
Shoot
them
them
sending
at a
in.
distance. Easy.
True. I wonder if we could do that. Can they be activated after
Remotely.
being placed? Or no?
Fortunately, no, you have to interface with them physically to activate them.
Not even through like a shot?
No, not a shot.
Got it. I give like Amir a little shrug, like I'm sorry.
I'm not concerned. As far as missions go, this isn't particularly harrowing. It's very simple.
You see, at this, Manira kind of smirks and leans back. Quite. Now, should anything go south with any of you, or all of you, there are Class A, a handful of Class A Vena, ready to finish your mission. And should an emergency arise, there is a few Class V here, but they will be busy doing other things. Don't expect them to save you.
How long are you?
Do we all...
How long are you staying by our are you just gonna stay here or leave?
I'll be providing overwatch here.
Okay.
We'll be circling the garden.
So you'll be able to hopefully pick us up when we come out.
We'll be there. And at that, you hear from the front, "Damn right we will be."
I appreciate you.
I never miss one person. I ain't gonna miss y'all.
I feel oddly reassured.
You all remember your code phrases, right?
You say code phrases?
Mm-hmm.
Amira nods.
Have we been given code phrases? ODM?
I don't remember. I don't see it in my stuff.
In character, you would have been, but no, you have not gotten them yet.
So
Then nodding.
our character's not, yeah.
Yeah. She looks at you and she says, "But you don't seem very familiar or confident. I'll go over them again, just in case." The first one she says, she looks to all of you, she says, "You remember waterfall? That means you are to perform a tactical retreat to a more advantageous position. Typically a flare will be shot out where you need to retreat to. There is fire break, which means you must scatter and rendezvous at a predetermined meeting point. Your team leader will determine that point for you." She looks to you, Ron. Do you remember and then there's the call and response. I say halo, you say high-low. You know this call to be how you determine your friendly or enemy targets. If they don't say high-low back, you know they're not a friendly. There is Fallen Archon. This hopefully you will never have to hear, but abandon all mission objectives and make a full retreat if you hear this. And lastly, Clipped Wing. You have wounded teammates and cannot effectively retreat. At which point, we will try to get someone to Sapphire team to you. Right, are there any other questions?
So many.
This is scary. I feel like Ruan is just not being talkative because he's also feeling really high pressure right now. So he's kind of doing that thing where he's like, nod, sits there stoically.
Amira's playing I Spy.
Yeah, we're playing I Spy.
Oh, I will thank Manira, though, for her support.
Of course, it is my duty.
even so.
Do you want to play I Spy, Tamleth?
What do you spy, Imira?
I spy something that is a horn.
Glances around just to make sure there's nobody else who has horns. Do you spy my horn?
Yes, you are very good at this game as well.
Thanks, yeah. Yeah.
Amira, you should be more vague. Like, instead of it's a horn, you say, I spy something pointed.
Okay,
Or
I spy
tall.
something with a deep sadness inside.
Oh, maybe. Is it me?
She nods.
I crack a smile.
Most of all, I spy victors.
Yeah, that's us. We're victors.
This will be very easy. You are nervous for no reason.
That's actually kind of nice. I like that. Thanks, Amira.
We also have one of the largest teams.
Mm-hmm.
So, potentially a boon.
Could be. And hey, you taught us all the hand signs so that we can talk to each other without, like, talking.
Yeah, if my other hand gets cut off, just, I'll just yell.
Traven.
Just, it's always good to. I'm just gonna put my head in my hands on my knees. Like, it's good to, think of all possibilities. That's a good point.
It's one of those things I think about a lot, sorry.
Do you really?
This is a strange
Yeah.
thing to think about.
Not when you're already missing one.
Huh.
Well, hopefully we don't have to figure out what happens when one of us loses one or you lose the other.
Exactly.
It ain't fun. You hear from the cockpit.
Oh.
Has that happened to you before?
Few times.
Damn. Did they just grow it back?
Yeah, I got better.
Wish that was me.
just a flesh wound.
I look pointedly at my arm, like, thoughtful.
Hurry up.
Any day now. Regeneration magic didn't work on you.
Amira pats his good arm. It'll grow back eventually.
Maybe it's just very slow.
It's alright, I'm getting pretty good without it. I can carry as much as Vega. I can carry Vega with one arm.
That's pretty damn impressive, actually.
Thank you.
Right?
Vega's pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I miss him.
It's been like 2 hours.
Yeah, but he's not being obnoxious since the first time I've ever went out off campus in like 4 years without him.
As you say that, you see that all these rotorcraft are flying in formation, and you see Vega. He's like hanging half outside of the rotorcraft.
Oh, so I look outside and there he is.
Hi, Miss
Yeah.
Vega. Oh,
I wave
never
at him.
mind.
I just like squint and like lean towards the window. Like, am I
Gonna
seeing
grab
things?
the back of Ruon's shirt, just in case.
It's alright. Yep, that's him alright.
Well, see, there you go. Spirit's buoyed.
I guess. I'm not gonna give him the end
As
of
you
it
s-
if he falls out of that.
As you say that, you see he's like, whoa, and he like holds all on.
Fucking dumbass. I just mumble it and lean back on my seat again.
I'll let go when you move back. And that's why.
Amira leans down and checks her little hover boots.
Yeah,
They'll work.
I do a quick glance to make sure everyone has them.
Yeah, boots
Yeah.
strapped. Everyone.
Everyone does, including Manira.
Good.
She looks to all of you. She says, yes, it will be required to be out of range of the arcane cannons until they can be disabled. We have to get quite high.
Understandably. Manira, ma'am, how long until we arrive?
She looks at her echo bangle. At this rate, about 25 minutes. Would anyone else like to do anything before arriving in Watcher's Garden?
Somehow I feel like we're not prepared, but I know we are. It's just like one of those like anxiety things of like we've been waiting for so long.
Yeah.
So
No, this is easy. Let's go.
I look forward to your
My God.
I'll just make sure that when I look around, everyone seems to be ready and not be having the beginnings of that anxiety spiral that I'm starting to feel in my tummy.
All right. Does anyone have? Does anyone look
jitters?
anxious? Does anyone feel anxious?
Probably
I
Tamlin.
mean, yeah, Tamlin has already been. Man's already been doing Hail Marys. He definitely a little fidgety, but not panic spiral fidgety.
Yeah, Amira's fidgety as well, but that's just kind of her normal state. She is looking like out the windows a little bit more after being told how high up they are.
Right. Well, I will talk kind of low, like to just Tamlith, and just reassure him that like we're going in as a team, like we're gonna work together. There's people that'll be around to help us if something goes wrong. Like everything's set up the way it's supposed to be, so we should be able to be okay. Like in a logical kind of standpoint.
Help us, but not save us.
Yeah, I mean, one of the other teams is there to heal us, so maybe.
True.
Yeah, and we're not going to leave anybody behind, so.
Yeah, we're all in this together.
Exactly. Let's need everyone to pass anyway. We're close enough to it. Plus, we had like really good cake last night.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Do you think there's leftovers? Maybe she'll make another one.
We'll just ask for another one. Yeah.
As you guys are talking, Manira looks over towards Melody. She says, "What brought you here? Why are you a warrior?"
I mean, I want to become the best alchemist that there is, and one way to do that is to go to a school that produces strong warriors, and I would really like to make a difference in the world.
She stares at you for a moment. It is hard to interpret what her face means or what she's feeling in the moment. But she looks at you long and hard before looking away.
She's gonna look at Amira and like whisper, did I say something?
What do you mean?
I feel like she's upset now.
Let me ask. Excuse me.
Yes?
Are you angry with Melody?
No. Why are you asking me?
I don't know. She looks at Melody.
I just didn't want to interrupt your thinking.
My thinking?
You seemed like deep in thought when you were looking at me, and I didn't want to disrupt that.
So you decided to ask another about my feelings?
My apologies.
Don't be sorry.
Yeah, why are you apologizing? You do not need to do that.
She's gonna look at Amira. What do you mean? I'm so confused right now.
It is not a crime to be curious. Nor should you have to keep yourself small in front of other people.
It will do you no favors out there to be small.
I lean forward and look over at Manira. Is it rude to ask when you graduated?
She gives you a curious look. She says, "No, not rude. Interesting, but not rude. I graduated some time ago, maybe 30 years ago or so."
Was the exam kind of similar to what they do now normally?
So what they do now normally? Yes. It's what we're doing now. Not even in the same ballpark.
So I've heard. Is this like the first time something weird has happened since you've heard? Like if you've helped lead these before?
I have led quite a few finals expeditions, yes. This is the weirdest.
Got it.
Okay. This, I should remind you all, while abnormal, it is your purpose. You are the swords and shields of Jamota, protecting against all threats and serving to her cause. Both Jamota and the Primus, of course. Do not forget that.
Right. I believe in it. It's just we've been kind of thrown back and forth a little bit with information and the changes. Just trying to wrap my mind around it. And I lean back.
I understand. And she looks up towards the sky. She says, "Flames 21-3. Do any of you remember it?"
I feel like Tamleth would.
I feel like Tamleth would, but
Tamleth, you would. If anyone would like to try to recall it, you can go ahead and roll religion.
I will try. Let's see, religion.
I'm choosing not.
Oh.
I got a 6 for melody.
You must have missed that day.
Yeah.
Flames 21-3 says, "Let not thy gaze falter in the face of tribulation, for therein lies the forge of character. As the shepherd tends his flock, so must thou nurture the flame of righteousness. In the fire of affliction, the impurities of the spirit are purged, and from the ashes rises the phoenix of redemption." As she says this, you know this to be a common prayer, typically used as inspiration for those in need of courage or strength. The Primus is often ascribed to the phoenix or a dragon-like phoenix, as it is said that the death of the faithful is merely beginning of their second life in the kingdom of the Primus.
Yeah, I'll just listen quietly to this. I remembered it from the lore pack, and I went back to look at it as you're reading it. But I don't feel like Ruan cares enough. I'm sorry. He's not the most godly of guys.
That is fine.
Like, he's respectful about it. Like, he listens to it and everything. Kind of like head bowed, but he doesn't join in or anything.
And she bows her head in reverence, and she looks to all of you. We're getting close. Is there anything else? Any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. I don't like the sound of it, but we're just gonna do our best. That'll be enough.
10 or so minutes pass by. You guys now see the town the seaside town in your view. The first thing you see is that there has been a ground assault on the beach, to which people are fighting their way up into the town, which has already begun. You see a few magical explosions on the beach, and further into the city, you see fire, you see smoke. Everything has apparently already commenced. You look off into the distance, and you see Emerald Team drop straight down into the center of the city before they seem to disappear midair. You don't know where they went, but you were told that they would be invisibly deployed. You see now, Ruan, in fact, you're the first to see that Team Omega has made their landing on the beach. Vega, with dual-sided great axe in hand, leaped from the hovercraft and came down with an explosive crash into the ground. You see several bodies go flying up as he is now carving away through the other ground forces, as his own team is struggling to keep up.
I clench my fists and give a little yeah, that's my boy.
You see Team Sapphire closely behind. They are providing limited magical support, but mostly keeping their reserves for anybody who has been injured in the field. And you see a few blips of them get dropped throughout the city.
Do they have specific markings or anything? Are they wearing bluish or something, or scarf or something like that?
Do all of us have matching uniforms, like an emblem or something for our team too?
Yes, you all have they're patches on your arms of which team you're on.
Okay, cool. So we have a diamond on ours.
You all have a diamond on your uniforms. Yes.
Cool.
And then lastly, you see Team Ultimate. They are off on the far side of the city, and you see the three of them, and they go in for they kind of fall backwards out of the plane, and they all, weapons bared, make straight needle nose dives for the factory.
I look away before they even dive because I don't give a shit.
I look. They hot.
If since you're looking, you see Nathara. As he's going down, you see him spin his daggers, and as he throws them behind him, you know that his daggers are two gun blades. The explosiveness of his gun blades propels him forward like a rocket, and you see into the building.
He's so hot, but he's so gonna die.
Can't imagine.
We should be so lucky.
As you're flying into the city, you now see there are huge arcane bolts that are whizzing by your rotorcraft. The pilot is now kind of dodging to and fro, and eventually he takes you all the way up, straight upwards 90 degrees as you guys are all holding on. He's like, all right, y'all, hold on a second. We got to get you up high. They're going to shoot us down. And he's doing spins. You guys are starting to get almost sick before he levels you all out.
I hold on and kind of lean to brace probably Tamlith next to me, I'm going to guess.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that we don't lose him.
Don't drop me.
Yeah.
And he looks over his shoulder. He says, all right, go on, get out. Can't wait here forever.
Okay.
Amira immediately unbuckles.
Yep, loop that big sword over my shoulder.
I jump.
All right.
I'm gonna help each person off from my side too.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully somebody will jump from our side at the same time. Right. And if they need a little convincing, I'll just do the shove.
Amira rushes in.
Yeah, you're the first one out. Yeah. You are currently in your free fall. Tamlith, you are next on Ruan's side if you'd like to go.
I'll take a deep breath
you got
and
this.
Then drop.
All right, you drop next. Who's next? Melody?
Yep, I will follow after.
You jump out of Ruan's side.
Yeah, I give you my hand and then make sure that you go, and then I count to 3 and then I go.
Okay. As you all free fall through the air, you get a better view of what's happening in the city. You now see, as you are descending, there are automatons of all different shapes and sizes that are completely spread out over the city. They seem to be engaging in combat with the rest of your forces. There's a mix of these robotic machines and people. You see that in some parts of the inner city, you guys are pushing them back further in. You see on the kind of like outskirts of the city, you guys are having more difficulty and you guys are getting pushed back. Again, lots of explosions. On occasion, there's a few errant shots that are like whizzing by your guys' heads. It's kind of scary at first, but eventually, one at a time, you all land on the ground in a plume of smoke. You've landed. I will drag you guys there on the map.
Oh, cool.
You have landed right in here. I'm pinging it on the map.
Can we draw a little thing?
Actually, sorry. No, over here, sorry. Over here. I was looking at the wrong side.
Where is our target?
Your target is... Hold on.
Oh, I see
Right
it.
here.
Is it the thing that says communications tower?
That would be the one.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So you guys are in a little courtyard. Seems to be a residential area.
Everybody seems okay. Check with a glance.
Thumbs up.
Amir is immediately going to make a perimeter.
Okay.
All right, how do you do so?
Well, I check to make sure there's no automatons within our like little vicinity that can immediately pounce on us.
Okay, make a perception check.
Nice.
I got dirty 20, baby.
All right. You take a look around. You don't see anything. You definitely hear them out in the distance, but nothing in your immediate vicinity.
So I'm keeping track of what direction we needed to go via like spotting the tower before we landed.
Yes.
So I'm trying to like be our compass here, and I'm gonna direct us in the right way, and probably take up the back. If you guys want to go ahead of me. Can't
Amir
see
also
as well.
hangs in the back, but that's mostly because she's a long distance fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tam will head up front and pull the sword and start as first line.
And we head out. I signal and we go.
Okay.
We don't linger.
Which direction are you guys heading? Are you heading north? Are you heading east and then north?
Probably
You can
north.
use the drawing to show me like your direction.
I'd probably guess north, like if everyone's okay with it, because I was just heading direct, like the shortest distance there.
Using the back roads would probably be a best way
Then
to
rather
stay
than going
sneaky,
into the
too.
center, because we saw a lot of fighting here, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're gonna avoid
Yeah.
the center if we can.
Yeah, I agree. Going like this.
Yeah.
Perfect. That'll be our goal.
Okay.
And we'll have whoever's in the front, the front two, keeping an eye out, and probably have Ymira in the back with me keeping an eye out, since she's doing her scouting thing.
I'll do 2 eyes.
More than I got.
Brag about it. And sorry, who was in the front again?
Tamleth.
Tamleth. All right. In that case, Tamleth, can you go ahead and make a survival check for me? As you are leading the way through the city.
That would be a 4.
Can I say I'm helping because
Okay.
I was trying to keep us in the right direction to begin with? I know I'm in the back, but I was like telling us where to go.
Caught in a bear trap. I don't know what you're thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I'll allow it. Go for it.
I'm trying to support my guy. My guy.
Please, baby boy. Okay, 13. We can do
I
a
got
13.
an 8. Oh. I rolled on my own with an 8. No, we can say you got advantage. That's cool.
I don't know what
Okay.
y'all got me doing.
All right.
We got the same modifier.
13.
So.
As you were about to start going the opposite direction, because all these buildings are looking very foreign to you. It's kind of hard to tell. Most of them look exploded, so it's even kind of hard to tell any sort of architecture from this. But you're moving through rubble, and Ruan writes you. As you guys head into this alley right over here to the left, and to the north of you, you turn the corner, and immediately you see a tall, imposing figure. You all get ready for combat before you realize that this is not an enemy. All of you recognize this as Decath Moros, the High Adjudicator to the Reticent Mother.
What? What?
Hello?
I do a really
Say that out
quick.
loud.
I think as soon as we all notice, I like bump the people in front of me to like, and then salute.
Are facing away or facing towards us?
Facing towards you, looking at you,
Okay.
Tamleth.
I'm just kind of stuck, frozen, with the sword
What?
up for a second before I just have a moment and like bowed.
Do we know that the High Adjudicator goes into battle?
You've not heard anything about the High Adjudicator in battle before.
But they did. They were like the reason that this happened. So I'm not really surprised personally, knowing that it was them that made us do this.
Amira doesn't bow. I don't trust this one bit.
Yeah.
She didn't have her weapon before, but she calls it out now.
Okay. You may continue alone, but I will have a conversation with your comrades first.
Not to question, but is this the best time to be having a conversation?
The Primus wills it, Tamleth.
Of course.
Please speak clearly. I was gonna say quickly,
Tamleth,
and I didn't.
You were not originally chosen for the Knights Opulent. However, certain circumstances have promoted you to the occasion. Do you accept?
Mouth drops open.
The opportunity will not be given again.
I'm just gonna completely dumbfounded, just glance back at Ruan.
I give you a really quick nod, like, if it's him, go.
But,
Yeah, can we like, have we seen him before? Can we insight if this is the same dude or like
Yeah.
pretending to be him?
Yeah, everyone, you've all seen him before. Everyone can go roll insight.
I would like to just say Halo.
You're gonna say a halo to the High Adjudicator?
Yes.
He looks to you and he smirks. He says, "Hilo."
My
give
insight
you a
was
nod.
5.
Mine was 2, so like I don't fucking see anything.
I don't
You guys are-
fucking trust
Okay,
it,
well,
but he looks
checking.
real, I guess.
Yeah.
said the
You
phrase.
guys are completely unsure. He is a figure unto himself, and it would be hard to mistake him for any sort of fake. You gather that this is most likely the real one. This is him.
Will you be
all right?
alright?
Yeah, and I just take whatever you have for the mission, like if you were carrying any of the explosives. Yeah, no. You that's what you wanted to do. Go.
Immediately right myself up and hold my sword properly in front of me and bow my head. It would be an honor.
That is very good to hear. Don't worry, you'll still be performing a very important mission while you are here. Called on-the-job training. Come. And he walks maybe 10 feet away from the party.
Primus keep you.
Make us proud.
Yeah. I'll see you guys back at the dorms.
Maybe not. And I just give him a pat on the shoulder.
And just super awkward pat. Like, really not sure what to do, but he wants this.
And I'm gonna dip my head to the High Adjudicator and say, "Sir," and then I'm going to gesture our team forward because we're not waiting any longer. This has already been way too long.
He gives you a nod as well.
Super long.
We don't have time.
Yeah, we get running.
Yeah, as you guys get to running,
I'm
you
sorry.
hear and you see a huge light of like divine magical energy emanate from behind you, and they are both gone in a flash.
Does anyone else think that was very weird? Yeah. That was very weird, right?
Yeah, but if I remember
definitely.
right, that's the one that's supposed to speak between the Holy See and its people. So,
Whatever. It's still very strange.
yeah.
I mean, whatever. Let's go.
And we will head forward. Who is in the front now? Question mark?
I guess
Who would you like to be in
Melody.
the front?
Alrighty. I believe in you.
Okay.
All right, Melody, go ahead and roll a d20 for me as you round this next corner.
A D20.
Oh, that's a 20.
How about a
Oh
nat
my
20?
god!
Let's fucking
How about
go.
nat 20?
You find a cat.
Oh, come on.
You're adopting a new team mascot. Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Maybe it's a new team member. Help.
Oh, that would be great. Really convenient
Right?
if we had another
That'd be
player with us.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right, as you guys all round this corner, you see three figures. You see two. They're golden mechanical figures. They almost look like small raptors with these jaws on hinges that you can hear almost squeaking. And you see there's a nozzle where their tongue should be. And you see a human person in Watcher's armor. You know the Watchers to be the guard of Watcher's Garden. They see all of you, and I need everyone to roll initiative.
Yay.
Sorry.
It's
That
all
is
good.
a 13.
Oh, I not 20'd mine.
Oh.
This is what I roll. Good, I guess. Ready to go. It's the
You're
first, like...
gonna get in some hits.
Wait, so there was two dudes and a dog, or not, or a dog... Two dogs and a dude.
It's a raptor, first of all.
So was there two dogs or two dudes? I thought it was two dogs.
There was two dogs. I accidentally dragged out the wrong token
Okay,
twice.
no, I was making sure.
Let me go ahead and roll for this other one.
Do you guys think Tamleth is dead?
I hope not.
Debatable.
Probably.
That would be really fucked if he just joined the thing that he's been working to join for his entire career and then instantly died.
I just think it's really weird that the Pope appeared in the middle of a war zone and took our guy, you know? It's just kind of weird.
Yeah, it is pretty weird.
But he was friendly. He was friendly.
Yep.
Well, he's as friendly as he ever is.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you know, he said there's a mission, so, and there was divine light. It's probably fine.
Or it was a really powerful flashlight. I didn't inside check it.
You didn't. I'm just going by what the DM said.
Right.
DM says it's divine, I'm working with
I
it.
don't trust the GM.
I have a question, actually.
Yes.
How many bullets do I get to have? Like, I remember...
At a time, like, loaded?
No, to start, like, how many does Ruan have prepped for this mission?
You have 12.
12? Okay, thank you.
That's it?
Yeah. I'm
Hey,
gonna
How
have
many
to
would
be
you
a
like him
little...
to have?
Sword.
We gotta have a conversation. You have 12 bullets for a mission?
They're, like,
Oh.
worth 50 gold each. Yeah.
Hey, Charles?
I'm
And
right
it takes
here.
an hour
Yes.
to create. I
Just
know.
ask.
Well, I didn't check until now, so I'm going with whatever...
That's fair.
Yeah.
Hey, Charles, how many crossbow bolts do I have?
That ammo you do not have to keep track of.
Oh, cool.
Ruan's ammo is special.
Gotcha. I see.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I know it holds one shell at a time.
But yes, Ruan, you are top of the turn order. Melody, you are on deck, so think about what you want to do.
Got it.
Alright, so I draw my gun blade from my back, and I rush without pause for main guy.
Okay?
And I'm gonna I do, as I'm doing so, load the shell like in the motion, like I've done this 1,000 times before, and I'm gonna go for a blast shot on him.
Okay, perfect. Your attack roll. Oh, that hits.
Ooh.
23.
15 damage with the
15?
blast. Yeah.
Oh, okay. As you blast,
I'm kind of
through
gonna
with
shove
your
into him,
gunblade,
like trying to like really get him off of his feet. Just like
it
a
seems
barrel.
to be way too much for him. He goes to deflect it, but you just push past through his sword, and you manage to stab him right in the heart,
Sick.
and he falls.
Yeah, we fucked him up. Let's go.
Okay, Melody, it is your turn.
All right, so Melody is going to actually grab one of the potions from her alchemy bag, and she's gonna give it a little bit of a swirl before she tosses it over behind Ruan so that it's not hitting him. But she's going to throw a potion that casts fairy fire on them. And
Okay.
it'll be a blue potion.
Perfect. Okay, so they make dexterity saves.
What does that look like? Is it
Boop,
blue?
boop.
Is it blue and sparkly?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
So both of these guys fail. They rolled a 5 and a 12. And he's going to make his dex save. He rolls a 19. He succeeds.
Okay.
He throws the potion. He starts like wiping it off. He's like, "Ow, fuck, get off."
And then for the rest of her turn, she's just gonna pull out her her primary weapon and just kind of hold it and get ready for anything that might come her way.
Okay. It is this one's turn. Let me see.
One of the puppies.
He's going to run.
Past me.
I see. Yeah, he's going to run here.
So out of my range, I'm gonna
No,
slash it.
actually, he's no.
I'm watching him.
Trying to figure out. This is a narrow alleyway, so you guys are all. So he can't really move around anyone because everyone is lined up. So instead, he is going to open his mouth, and you see lightning begin to crackle.
Oh no.
From the inside. I need Ruan, Melody, and Amira to make a dexterity save.
Alrighty.
10.
18.
14.
10, 14. Okay. Amira, you're the only one who does not make the save.
Yeah, everyone dodged, and I was like, what's going on? Ah!
Oh no!
And you all take
I do try to
10
like,
points.
you know, like push back on it and try to have her not get hit.
You all dodge at the last second. Ruan and Melody, you take 5 points of damage as lightning crackles against your arms, kind of slices through you. Amira, it hits you square in the chest.
It's fine. I'm fine.
Okay, Melody, I need you to make a wisdom save.
A wisdom save. That is a 16.
Okay. Amira, it is your turn.
Always
when that
ominous.
happens.
Okay.
I'm going to
Cool.
step over here, and she's going to cast her Hexblade's Curse on this one.
Okay.
It looks like a three leaf petals, like pointing at one point and swirling slightly on it. And then she's going to summon her Hexblade. She reaches forward and pulls back, and in a smooth movement, she has just a longbow made out of multicolored glass in her arms. And she immediately fires on this guy.
Okay, you do have advantage.
Yes, I do. 17.
17 does hit.
So that plus my... it's a total of 14 damage.
All right.
Let's go. We're heavy hitters, dude.
As you release the magical arrow, it chips it in the jaw, and you see the jaw kind of hangs limp a little bit. You hear... It's turn Ruan. It's your turn again.
Alrighty. I'm not gonna put another shell in for this, but I'm gonna just do an attack at advantage. That's a 22.
That does hit.
9 damage.
9 damage. Okay. Let's not look. All right. This one takes that. It is now Melody's turn.
Alrighty, so Melody's gonna reach into her bag and grab some of her powder that she's got in there, and it's a little glittery, but it's kind of a golden color, and she's gonna turn and blow it on Amira, and it'll be cast healing word on her. So, Amira, you get 8 hit points back.
Amira sees you do
And
this
then-
and says, glitter.
Pity.
She's gonna say, just the process. You'll feel better.
It's everywhere.
Trust the process.
Rubbing it out of her eyes.
You hate the feeling of all the glitter, but you do feel a lot better.
It's seeping into my wounds. I'm going to have glitter in my blood.
It's fine.
Only way to
It's not
live.
real glitter. It's just a little sparkly.
We can talk about it later.
Okay. And she's gonna turn and she's going to throw out. That was a bad roll. Her. How do I pronounce this weapon again?
Kusarigama.
Kusarigama. She's gonna throw that out and try to hit the mech that's on the right.
All right. You throw it out.
Oh wait,
and
I get
it.
advantage. Let me try
Oh,
again.
right. Yep. Actually,
Let
hold
me
on.
try again.
Before you. Well, it still doesn't hit. But also, I need you to make a Constitution save from when you got hit by the lightning.
Who, me?
Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, it dropped.
You see that all of that blue dust that was surrounding them, it fades away.
The nat one. It's okay, we'll get him out when it's not as important. It's fine.
Yeah. It's fine.
No, you still did so good. It's fine.
I can't believe Kate got the first nat 20 and, like, the first nat 1. That's...
I can.
That duality, man. It's cool.
Is that the end of your turn, Melody?
Yes, that ends my turn.
Okay. Next up is this one right here. It is going to... It's going to go for Ruan. Ruan fucked it up. It's going to make a bite at you.
I was supposed to say I didn't hit that one yet. Oh, that
This
hits.
one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I hit the other one. I thought so. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you did before.
But I understand I am a threat now.
So as it bites into your arm, at first you feel the piercing and it hurts. You can feel it like cutting into your skin, and then you feel a jolt of electricity as it sinks in and it shoots out this blue bolt of energy.
I like study my hand because it's probably shaking a lot after the shock.
All right. It is now Amira's turn.
She's going to draw back another longbow attack on the one on the right because it fucked her up earlier. I didn't mean to roll at advantage, but I did get a 26.
That does hit.
Nice.
Are you sure? Do you want to check?
Yeah, I'll check. Hold on.
That's 7
Yeah, it does
damage.
7 points of damage.
I shoot it in the
All right.
eyeball. Actually, shoot it in its little nozzle mouth. Pew.
You shoot it, and it goes straight down the nozzle.
Nice.
Oh.
I mean, she's really good at the target practice stuff, so it makes sense.
I'm sure that'll cause a problem later. And that's my turn.
All right.
Really
it is
fucked
this one's
up.
turn.
That really did.
It is going to run out of your range for one.
All right, I'm gonna slash it. 23.
That does hit.
Ooh.
11 damage.
Oof. You slash it across the back, and you see its hind legs are like limping now. It is still barely going. And as if out of spite, it is going to open its maw and another lightning flare. I need Melody and Ymir to make dexterity saving throws.
I really fucking hate these things, Charles. I need you to chill. I rolled a fucking 5. God damn it.
Oh.
I
All right.
14.
Oof.
So Melody, you succeed. The rest fail. So Melody, you take 6 points of damage. Ymira, you take 12 points of lightning damage.
Amira's so focused on the other one that when the fucking second one shoots her with lightning, she's like, God, can you please take care of that one?
I'm trying.
And that
Shaking
is
out
that
the
one's
electricity
turn.
that's shocking my good arm.
It's shocking my heart.
Oh
Ruan, it is your turn.
Okay. Unfortunately, if I move towards it, I do take a bite, and I don't want to take a bite, so I'm gonna go for the one that I'm in combat with.
Okay.
And I will... Let me just make sure that I can do it. I have it written down, but it's like really far in my notes, so give me a sec.
It's everyone's first time. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I can just set a shot into it. Let me just double check. I can use a piece of ammunition when I shoot. Okay. Just making sure.
You'll have to
that-
reload though.
Reloading. Oh, reloading's a whole action. Never mind. I'm not doing that. Alright. So I'm gonna... I wish it was an interactive object or something. Let's see. Alright, I'm just gonna slash him.
Okay.
It's tried and true, right? Tried and true. 24.
That does hit.
11 damage again.
11 damage. These things are barely holding on. You see now, like, sparks are starting to fly out. They're starting to smoke at their cores.
And I stand firm, and I'm not gonna use up my stuff, so that's my turn.
Amir, what was that about your hexblade?
I crit on 19s for the ones that I have targeted.
Roll an extra damage die.
6.
Okay, you take your weapon, and as you slice down, there's almost it cuts the wind behind it, pushing back some debris, and the creature is sawed completely in half. A perfect cut. And combat is over.
Nice.
Yay! Woo! Good first combat.
Ymira drops her hexblade and it shatters on the ground and then disappears.
I jump a little bit at the breaking of glass. I just don't think I've
Like, hello?
had that happen
Oh,
right
okay.
next to me before, so...
Time to move on.
Yeah. Are we all okay?
Yeah. They've been worse.
Fingers tingly.
Can I drink a potion of healing while running?
Yes, you can.
Okay, what is the roll for that? I don't remember.
4d4
doing it
plus
before.
4. No, 2d4 plus 2. I'm dumb. 2d4.
2d4
Yeah, it's a 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
plus
No,
2.
2d4 plus 2.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I confused you. I'm just...
The other one's a
been
greater
using lot
healing
of
potion.
graves.
Okay.
You gain 5 points of health.
Okay.
Yeah. That was another nat 1.
Can you move Kate's
all good.
icon away from me? I'm getting kind of scared. It's contagious.
Hey!
And Ruan will take the front
That's
this
not
time,
very
and he
nice.
dashes down the direction we were headed.
Amira stays in the back.
All right. As you continue on, you find your first barricade. This barricade is made of a variety of things, mostly metal parts. You see somehow there's been a few cars piled up on top. You see parts of buildings have caved in on this. Really, this barricade is probably about 30 feet tall.
We were just supposed to get around them, right? Like, we weren't given a way to do that? Because we're using the explosives, like, inside.
You were told to use the explosives on the communications tower, yes.
Yeah, so...
Does it look like the buildings around us, like if we go in them and then travel through them, we could exit on the other side?
You have no idea.
I try a door. I'm looking for a door.
Okay. You try the first door you see, and it just kind of swings open.
Conquered my first door. Let's go. I enter.
And I gesture. Careful. Check for traps.
I check for traps.
All right, make an investigation check.
19.
All right. 19. You don't see any traps. But as you're looking around, you can hear footsteps in this building that are not yours.
Do they sound frantic, moving towards me, or
they sound? You can't tell if they're moving towards you, but you get the sense with a 19 that they are moving deliberately and quietly.
Can I tell which direction they're coming from?
Above you.
I would know this. Can I shoot my hex blade through a ceiling?
No more so than you could shoot an arrow through a ceiling.
We're not gonna stop though. Even if they pause, I just gesture them through. If we're headed this direction, we're going together. Let's go. How wide is the barricade, by the way?
The barricade is about 20 feet wide.
Okay, so we just need to head through enough to, like, if we need to break a window or something, we can.
Yeah, is there a like gap that we could see in the barricade?
I mean, there are gaps maybe about as big as your hand, but
Okay, so nothing that we could try to squeeze through.
not that you think you could fit into. No.
Okay.
You know that these are like a series of buildings. You do see buildings with doors on the other side, but you have no idea if they connect to where you are.
Is it easier to break through a wall or through a car?
I wanted to double check, Charles. You said that the cars out front were crushed, right? Okay. Never mind, there goes that idea.
Whenever everyone walks into the building, I motion upwards and do the shh motion.
Okay, we move stealthily.
Okay, everyone roll stealth.
I'll gesture.
Everyone
I'll
who
do
is moving stealthily.
Yeah, I do the, like, motion for us to move stealthily, even though everyone knows.
16.
Heavy armor.
6.
Oh yeah, chainmail's heavy.
Okay.
So that's a 7. It's fine. I have to have one character that does that, right? Right, yeah.
With that, Amira, you guys are moving pretty quietly, you think. Ruan, you like, it's kind of like a narrow area, you're a big guy, and your armor's just scraping across the wood. Melody, you don't notice it at first, but all of your potions and your materials are just like jingling on your hip.
Yeah, she's got a lot of trinkets and jewels on her, so it would make sense.
I get ready to pull Melody back and out if we need to.
And you do hear, as now you are being quite loud, you hear footsteps run further into wherever that door leads.
I'm just gonna try to break it down.
Okay, make an attack roll. Or a strength check if you want to not use your weapon.
Yeah. $16.
16. This door is on some rusty hinges at this point, so you're able with a good shoulder to break down the door. Yeah.
Cool. And I gesture us through.
There is Ruan, as you burst through the door, you see there is faint candlelight in the room. As you look around, these shelves are actually stocked with some food, some supplies, and you see now on the floor there are 2 tiefling children not older than 10 years old, and one's holding out a butter knife, kind of like with a shaky hand, and one is cowering behind, and they're both kind of cuddled in the corner looking at you.
You gotta do this to us, don't ya? Anyways, Charles, fuck you. I don't want to be putting these kids in danger. But I just kind of point them out to the others. But there's no way through here that we can tell with the candlelight.
No, this just seems to be a back office, and as you're gesturing to the other party, you feel something hit the side of your head, and you see it was a little metal spoon as it falls to the ground, and he says, "Get back! Get back!"
I mean, I just got hit in the head with the spoon, and I'm just standing there.
The boy, he looks to you, and he curls his tail around what you're assuming is his brother. And he looks to Ruan, and his shaky hand holding the butter knife lowers just a little bit, and he looks back to you.
I put my hands up, like, like I'm not doing anything kind of thing to help with that.
And he then lowers all the way, and he says, Why are you here? You hear footsteps sprint down the stairs, and you see an older tiefling woman, older than probably is able to fight. She's completely grayed haired, and you see the passage of time on her face, but she holds out this swirling orange potion. She says, "Children, come here, and they start to run past you unless you stop them.
I think we might want to try to get her to help us though before they just run off. So I stop in between the kids and the mom or grandma or whoever.
And the kids run to like attach to her, and you see the swirling potion. Melody, you recognize this as a potion of flames. You know this potion to be very potent, as it will completely engulf the area that it drops in not just normal fire, but hellfire.
I was trying to stop the kids from joining the mom.
Okay.
Yeah, just to clarify that. To, like, put up a hand, like, stop at her. Because I also don't trust it.
Okay, so you try to, not restrain the children.
No,
but you
I just kind of, like, get in
them.
between and I'm like, pause. Like, stop.
Yeah.
We're just trying to leave.
You're like putting out your hand?
Yeah.
One of them bites your finger.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm more at her than at them, but...
Well,
yeah.
They still do.
That's fine.
And you're like, fuck her.
No,
and then
I don't even flinch.
if you're not stopping them any further, they are trying to push away from you.
I'm unfortunately not really good at the whole talking thing, so all right, I will move, and I'm gonna backtrack, because I don't like that.
Okay.
I don't trust anything, so I'm just gonna like grab whoever's closest to me with like their shoulder
and the woman, she looks at you, she says, "You all come into our city, and you kill our people, and then you dare ask for help?"
I'm bolting. I'm not staying here.
You're bolting. She
Yeah.
throws
Wait, how far away is
the
she?
potion. She's 10 feet away.
Can I face step to her and take it from her?
Make a dexterity save.
7. I'm gonna get caught on
You
fire.
face step in front of her. Luckily, it does not catch you mid face step, but it does travel through the air, and it will land immediately, catching everything in a 10-foot radius.
Can I try to catch it first?
All
Okay,
of us
make
just
a
like,
dexterity save.
please.
Dexterity.
Saving,
A saving throw.
11.
11 is not high enough. The fire hits the ground and immediately engulfs the area. Everyone taking, or I need all of you to make dexterity saves.
Goodbye, everybody.
I don't know why we're pausing and being nice. Like, I was ready to put my blade to her throat, and you were like, move. So I didn't. I should have. I should have threatened.
All right. Everyone except for Melody, you take 12 points of fire damage. Ruan and Imira, sorry, you. Melody, you take 6 points of fire damage.
I'm just gonna keep
Y'all,
moving.
Amira's not looking
Yeah,
too
you can
hot.
keep moving. And at that point, both her and the kids run upstairs.
Is the house on fire?
It is now catching on fire, yes.
I follow them. There must be another way out if the house is on fire.
You follow them. It is now starting, the smoke is starting to rise. You guys are trying to navigate through. You see them hang a left into a door and they slam the door behind them. And you hear locking sounds.
I feel bad terrorizing these people. Put my ear to the door. Does it sound like they're still running away?
You make a perception check.
19?
19. You hear the sound of glass breaking.
All right. Amira says, all right, we should just leave. And I look for a nearby window.
This upstairs is just a hallway. Yeah, the window you heard was on the other side of the door.
All right, fine. I cast Shatter on the door.
Okay, can you link Shatter for me real quick?
Oh yeah, Shatter is like an auto full damage on something it can't dex save.
Yeah. Okay.
It is a 10-foot radius. It takes 5 steps back.
Okay. You take 5 steps back, and immediately the door just perforates, just poof, into dust. The sudden influx of air causes the fire to rise into the stairwell, but you are able to enter the room. You see there has been a window that is shattered that leads what seems to be to a courtyard on the other side. Basically on the map over here.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
jumping.
I would follow with Ruan because I was still with him.
Okay.
I wait till they show up before I jump out, just to make sure.
Thanks.
Not leaving you behind.
Yeah.
Where did you go?
Not after the
All
family.
right, so you everyone who jumps out the window, which is everyone at this point, you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Amira hangs out on the ground for just a second, longer than she probably needs to.
Melody's gonna walk over and reach into her bag and pull out this kind of like a creamy balm and wipe it on you. And she's gonna cast Cure
nice.
Thank you.
9 health.
Oh, that's much better than the glitter.
And as you guys all jump out the window, you hear a few footsteps running around a corner. And again, you get ready for a fight, but you see that these are a few members of Team Sapphire.
Oh,
Yeah, thank God.
I gesture him over.
They run over. You see a gnome who seems to be this squad's leader. She comes to you, Ruan. She says, how can we help?
A lot of us are hurt already.
All right, point us to your most injured.
So, looking at it, I'm like halfway hurt. How is everyone else?
I'm about half
Amira's-
now, too.
Amira's about half, so probably gesture.
I am half.
I think we're all about half then.
Okay, so they have 3 members. So they'll cast 1 cure wounds per person.
As long as the tanks get healed first, I think that's the most important.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ruan, this one is for you.
Thank you.
Melody, this one is for you.
Okay.
And Imira, this one is for you.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
So I definitely do that, closes my eyes and breathes for a second after the heal. So
I am max.
All right.
how much health do you have, Max, again?
I'm a warlock. Not
Yeah.
a lot.
Understandable. Okay.
As they heal you, they are now kind of breathing heavily. They're sweating. They're like, oh, okay. We need to.
The tower's that
we need to
way,
go help
yeah?
the other side of the city.
And I
Yeah,
gesture
it's that
forward.
way.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Of course. And they give you a salute. and they
Salute
run
back,
off.
and I will gesture us forward without too much more pause, because most of us
Yeah, we
just
gotta
got
be
a
fucking
boost, so we need to
going.
go. Yeah, we're already like late in my.
So you guys are in a courtyard on the opposite side. You do see that there is another alleyway in front of you at the other end of this courtyard. And
That's the way I gestured,
it
probably to point.
Yeah, it does seem to lead out to a further area.
Okay. That's where I'm headed. I'm taking lead again.
All right. As you
Rolling.
guys are heading out, you hear an explosion, and while this is not weird in this scenario, it is louder than all of the other ones you hear. It makes you all look up, and you see a plume of dust, and you see another a huge like comets of light crashing into the ground. They look like meteors.
Yeah, we're gonna keep
Yeah.
moving. God.
Yeah, still moving, but what direction is it in? Like behind us, in front of us?
All around from the sky.
As we're running, I'm keeping an eye up just in case we need to dodge quickly.
Okay. As you do, you guys are running. You guys get a notification on your echo bangles. It says proceed with caution.
Oh shit.
Unknown elements in the area.
Okay. We will do so. We'll keep an eye out. I'm not the best at looking. Because I'm reading my +0 perception score, baby.
Amira will
I'm
keep a very
missing an
close
eye.
eye out. She's very good at keeping an eye on things.
Okay.
Yeah, and Melody's also going to be like watching.
All right. As you round the other corner towards the main street, you can now see the communications tower. It is a large satellite disk, or that is maybe 30 feet in the air, and you see lights all around it. It seems to be very active at the moment.
Active as in it's working?
Currently, yes.
Okay.
You don't see any people right now, except for as you guys are heading around the street, you see someone very cautiously poke their head around a corner. At first, you're unsure, but they do seem to be wearing your garb. Icaros, if you describe yourself, please.
Get to do it twice. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! I'm jumping up and down.
All right. So from around the corner, all you can see is I have to get back to my intro spot. All right. From around the corner, for the first thing you see, though, is just hair, just red, frankly, which is frighteningly close to the color of blood. But that second peek around, just a moment longer, you can tell that it's just a lot of hair. So, around that corner is a tall, lithe, young elven man, olive tan skin, and just tons of red hair that currently is a bit of a mess. It looks like there was an attempt to pull it partway back, but it's definitely come out, at least somewhat. Pointed ears that droop down a little bit, and despite the dust in the air and the kind of general like detritus, his skin has got a faint shimmer or sheen to it almost. And on second or maybe third glance, depending, there's a lot of stuff happening. You notice the upper half of his face is covered with a gold mask with filigree decorations around it, with no eye holes or visible eye spots. Nose is pierced on one hoop on each side, and gold hoops in his ears that you can see, and then a little bit almost freckled, but a couple of moles and things across his face that you can see below the mask, and in combat fatigues, just like the rest of you.
I immediately say Halo.
Icaros, there's presence almost inside of you, and before you realize it, you understand the response to be Hilo.
Hilo.
All right, I nod and move out. Move out so the rest of us can move towards them.
Where's your team?
I'm sorry. I don't know. I think I hit my head somewhere, and there's. Just shake my head.
Do you know what team you were on?
Icaros, in your head, there is a faint, it's not a voice. It is more so a feeling more than anything, and in it echoes name Ruby.
All right. Team Ruby.
I immediately look to see if the patch matches.
It looks like where the patch was is all scorched.
Okay.
Wherever the patch was, it's been destroyed.
Got it.
Didn't
give
have
you
a
a
lot
nod.
of time for talking. Should we just go?
Yeah. I'm just making sure.
I'll
If you can help come
kind
with
of
us.
roll my shoulders and shift. I'm stiff, but I think I can manage.
Oh. Does he look really beat up though? Like.
He looks pretty beat up. There, like I said, there's the scorch marks on his clothes. He has soot all over him. He does look kind of a mess. It looks like he's been put through the ringer.
Got it.
As you guys proceed to the communications tower, you hear the clanking of metal and rolling of wheels. You gather that the fire that you've left behind you has drawn some attention. And in front of you, you see... Please? These.
Aha.
Like they've crossed your path in front of you. You guys have entered the main street. You guys were about to enter where the communications tower was before they blocked your path.
And they're just on the ground drones or up in the air drones?
They seem to be hovering about 5 feet. They are facing you. They all draw their weapons, and you'll all need to roll initiative again.
Yeah, and probably as we see an enemy, I just kind of look over to the side at Ikros and ask him very quickly if he's going to be able to fight.
I just nod.
Oh, that's a lot of
sharply.
nat ones.
Hey, what the fuck?
Guys.
Oh my god.
Kate,
Oops.
I told you to get away from me. God damn it.
It is this one's turn. He's going to make an attack at Ruan. 2 attacks. Ron's too good.
I'm in it. I'm in it. I move forward from Ikros after he says that with the determination of like, all right, we got another ally. Let's fucking do this. And I block
He's
him.
locked in.
I'm locked in. I'm locked in. Don't worry about
Does he start mewing mid-combat? It is...
it. Only if you want.
Literally the worst.
Ikros and Ruan, it is both of your turns.
I'm gonna manifest Echo. Like kind of cloaked figure is gonna appear. That's like an echoed version of a fighter, but not Ruan. It's like a little bit more gangly, a little bit more like lithe, and kind of like Dark Souls, like the dancer kind of like movement of like going to slice at this thing from behind it, but it's going to appear on top of it. Like I'm going to summon it to be like over it, and then I'm going to use my bonus action. No, I won't use my bonus action. I will summon it behind it and then go for a hit myself, as well as take the thingy, unless I can't do it till next turn. Let me double check that real quick,
Okay.
because I don't know how this works yet. I should have wrote down stuff, but I was like, I remember. And then we didn't fight for like weeks, so
It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah. Okay, so the echo does the thing. I can do the thing. Sorry. Just making sure I do it all right. Okay,
It's okay.
yeah, so I can make an attack from the echo's position as well. So we're both taking an attack.
Okay, make your attacks.
And mine will have the shot at it. Okay. Just making sure that I got everything. Okay, cool. I now won. I'm crying. What if I cried?
You go into you go into like almost like a rage, and you swing your weapon wide, and its robotic arm just snaps upward faster than you were expecting, and as the shot goes off, it just pings off.
I'm gonna cry.
Your echo mirroring you does the same thing, and the robot raises its other arm and deflects both simultaneously.
I did exactly what HG would have been pissed at me for, and let emotions get the better of me. So, that's my turn.
No.
All right, Icaros.
All right. Well, I'm going to watch this all happen, clearly. And kind of almost like stutters for a second before I grab for the holster like at my hip that is draped with chains. Fingers kind of twitch till I just wave a hand over it, and when I pull my hand back out, there's a dagger in it. And I am going to... Are we in an alleyway again?
This is more of like an open street. Yeah, somewhat open.
Okay, can I duck behind Melody and do that clearly? Okay, so I'm gonna jump over here and jump up here. And first, we're going to go ahead and do that. Is that...
You did that just to me this time, again.
God damn it. Sons of whores. Alright.
How much was it?
No, that wasn't a...
Oh.
Hang on. I got this. I swear. I know how to
believe in
play
you.
D&D, guys.
You got this. It's cool. It's cool.
It keeps making me select the level. I keep forgetting.
Ooh.
Alright. I'm going to cast... you guys don't really see, but cast Arcane Weapon onto the dagger. I am going to pick Thunder.
Okay.
Thunder.
And then we're going to make an attempt to shank this thing.
Go for it.
Make up for where I failed.
Oh,
That is a miss.
damn it.
You channel your energy through your arcane weapon and you go to stab it, but you're feeling much weaker than you have ever felt before in your life. Typically, this would have been child's play.
Damn.
Well, I'm going to take my arm back before the bot decides that that's its arm, and that's my turn. That was action and bonus action.
It's okay. You and me, buddy. It's all right.
It's fine. I just kind of like shove my arm forward and stumble at the same time.
Can I like steady you a
out
little?
of my depth?
Yeah, I'll just steady you a little bit because now you're next to me. In that reassuring, like, got you. Because that's my side of my arm. Here you go.
Hey!
Yeah. I gotta keep track
Wait
of that.
a second. This shouldn't be going next. This is floor 1.
Sorry, I had to reroll. It should be Kate Knight next.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering what happened there. Okay. Who has the higher dex?
I think my dex is 2. I think we both rolled
my
1s, so...
Dex is a 2. Yeah.
Both? All right.
Oh, God.
Let's say Amira goes first.
Amira is going to cast Crown of Madness
Okay.
on this one. Yeah.
Okay. Makes a wisdom save. Very wise.
Haha. She points at it, and like a swarm of butterflies just appear out of nowhere and just land on its head. And his eyes grow a sickly green color.
Ooh.
He's mine now, bitch.
Ooh.
I want him to attack the drone next to him on his turn.
Okay. He starts like clawing at his head. He's like, and he looks at the robot and he says, and he raises a hand, but we'll get to that.
Fuck yeah.
And just checking to see. Yeah, I can. I think I'm done. Unless Eldritch Blast happens to be a bonus action, but I don't think it does.
It is not.
No.
Maybe next time.
All right.
It's okay. You
Melody.
did amazing.
I'm actually gonna just
mark?
do that too, just in case.
Okay.
Can you mark which one that was?
I sure can.
Thank you. Melody is gonna take a step to her right, and she's actually going to throw a dagger at the guy in front of her. That is a 13 to hit.
That
plus
does
a,
miss.
Plus a +1, so 14.
Well, it still does not hit. But as it pings off the armor, almost like a boomerang, and comes back.
Okay. Let me double check. Yup, that is all I am able to do this turn.
Okay. Oh. All right, this one. He is Ruan. I need you to make a Constitution save.
Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and refresh roll 20 because I don't like all the like really shit rolls I've been getting, and I just want to get that juju away from me. Like, what didn't show me my roll? Okay, 15.
15.
Yeah.
That
It's like, nah.
exactly meets what you need.
Oh, thank
The
fucking God.
the orb begins to surround you. In fact, it envelops you for a second, and you're frozen.
break
But
out
you're
of it.
just so damn angry.
I'm
you just
pissed.
burst out of it.
They're like, absolutely not.
Maybe I will just cross Barbarian a little earlier than I expected. Ugh.
But that is its turn.
Fuck that thing.
So it's going to make an attack against this robot, this Watcher, which misses.
Oh, come
And,
on.
All
he's gonna make
doing
his-
great.
He's gonna make his other attack against against Icaros.
Hey now.
Oof.
A 13 does not hit.
He's having a hard time.
Fuck.
This Watcher, he is. I mean, Ruan is right there. He's the only one who's been a problem for him so far. He's going
done
to
anything.
make 2 attacks at Ruan.
One of those hits. Alright. And I also should put out my echo. So I'll do it behind him. And I'll put a little... I'm gonna get an actual thing for it, but we'll just do that. Wait, no, that's not the picture. The one I was trying to click. This one. No, it went away. What happened? There we go.
All right, cool. It is now this one's turn. They're going to make a slam attack against Icaros in front of him.
Oh,
The 21
yeah,
hit.
21 hits.
Take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as its arm spins around, turns into a massive steel hammer, and just slams you right in the chest.
Ow.
This is very odd for you, Icaros. Nothing makes sense about what you're feeling or how this is going. You're unsure why you haven't just vaporized everyone.
Yeah, this is the weirdest day of my life right now. It's just wheezing. absolutely shell-shocked.
This is what pain feels like.
I don't like this.
Have you been going to the school? Wait, hold on a minute.
Ruan, it is your turn.
We know what we about to do. Oh my god. A 12.
That doesn't hit.
Okay, I'll only use an incarnation again because I'm just not doing anything right. A 13.
That doesn't hit. I'm so sorry.
Just use up everything I have. It's fine.
Make a small mention that I believe we got a point of inspiration.
You all do. You all do have a point of inspiration.
Oh, can I reroll that with my
Okay, go for it.
and I get a 26.
Nice.
All right.
Right.
That's what
We're
we
back.
wanna see.
We back. 14 damage, and I'm gonna bonus action swap positions with my echo. But I
Okay.
try to do it like, you know, where like I do it as I attack, so it's less clear.
Okay. You do so, and this seems to like cripple it on one side, so it's barely standing up.
I'm just growling behind it.
All right, Icaros.
Are any of these guys looking particularly vulnerable right now, or not very wise?
The one
I'll
on the
say,
left is pretty shitty.
Given your knowledge of automatons, you would know that the automatons, the robots in front of you, would not suffer any sort of psychic damage.
Yeah, I didn't think so. But what about the people next to them?
They certainly are people. You don't know people to be very wise usually.
So true.
Well, that's fair. I think I'm quite literally just going to whisper 1 or 2 to Ruan.
Huh? 2?
1 or 2. 2. All right. Let's cast, baby. Do an actual official. I'm gonna cast on the one over here.
Right, it's a wisdom save.
Oh, you son of a whore.
So he still takes half damage.
I could have sworn I had. There. How about an 11?
All right. So half.
Which is
so
half.
6 points of damage. All right, still hurts him pretty good. You see his ears start to bleed a little bit. He's also holding his head, but for a completely other reason.
I just say something under my breath that sounds suspiciously like a curse.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
I think that will be that turn.
Okay. Imira, it is your turn.
Seeing as that guy didn't hit shit last turn, she's not going to bother with Clown of Madness anymore. And she's just going to fire her Hex Blade at... This guy. Yeah, she'll just kill him.
Okay.
He's not useful. 24.
That does hit.
6 piercing damage.
6 points of damage.
I shoot him in the eyeball.
You
Clearly
get through
he's not
the
using
narrow
them.
slot of his helmet, and it goes right into his eye. Fuck! And he starts bleeding from his helmet.
I wasn't using it anyway. That is
All
my
right.
turn.
Amira.
Yes.
I meant to say Melody.
Hello.
Hello.
Alrighty, so she's definitely going to just step on up and she's gonna take a swing with her Kusarigami.
Oh,
Honey, you need to expel the demons. Please refresh and tell her to stop.
I just refreshed.
Okay.
She just expelled the
Another-
demons.
Well, they're back.
So 1 does not hit.
Whew. Well, there's nothing else I can do.
Okay. It is now this armored drone's turn. It is going to make an attack at you, Melody.
All right. That hits.
Take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. That is the end of its turn. All right, this Watcher is gonna just make a charge for Imira. So they will
That seems
pass
unnecessary.
past Icaros.
I was like, is that an opportunity?
It is an opportunity attack.
Yeet.
That hits.
Please kill
All
him.
right, come on.
All right.
I also still have thunder on that.
Okay, so you do. Was it an additional 1d6?
I think it's D6. Hang on.
Yep.
Thank you. Hit the right damn thing this time. There we go.
Okay. He's still charging. And he's going to make 2 longsword attacks against Imira.
As he does, she says, "No hard feelings."
Hard feelings!
Oh no.
Oh no.
Hey, my armor class is 12, baby. Let's go.
Girly.
You take 15 points of slashing damage as he's just a brutal assault in retaliation for taking his eye.
I'm alive.
This one
start.
is going to make 2 attacks at Melody.
Okay. Those
Oh.
both miss. Whew.
All right. It is this drone's turn. He is confused on who just hit him, so he's going to hit the echo of Ruan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, and
miss.
and the echo
that missed.
cleanly parries. Just as if even more adept with the blade than Ruan. Yeah.
But speaking of, it is Ruan's turn.
Fuck yeah, baby. The echo will be. I will do an attack through the echo.
Okay.
Not the unleash. In retaliation, and it's at this one, right? I'm doing it at the one that's already damaged.
Yes.
19.
That hits.
Yeah. That's what we're talking
14
about.
damage. Try to cleave that shit.
All right. You cleave this one just in twain. It is dead.
Springs on him.
All right. Icaros.
Okay, well, the Watcher hitting somebody in the same uniform as me is bad, right? So, going to turn around and strike out.
That hits.
Let's go, baby!
All right. You, as he goes for an overhead just chop at Imira, he starts to bring the blade down. Imira, you begin to brace, and you see electricity cackle from his back over his shoulders as he falls to his knees and keels over. You see Icaros standing there with a bloodied electric blade.
Hell yeah.
Nice shot.
It's like resonant because it's thunder damage. Just nod. Nod
Alright.
and turn myself back around. And I will scoot back up this way.
All right. Imira, it's your turn.
All right, baby. I'm going to move up a little bit and then just get him. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. 21.
All right, that hits. Which one are you attacking?
The metal automaton.
Okay.
5. Is he dead?
He is not
Every
dead.
bit counts.
I'll try next time.
Yeah.
All right. Melody.
Yes. Alrighty. So she's gonna just try again with her.
Hey!
Baby!
Nice. Natty 20,
Finally.
baby.
Oh, my word. Okay, that is a 7.
To which one?
Damage. To this one.
All right. Melody, decide his fate. How would you like to kill him?
Yeah.
She's just gonna take her, Kasuragama and just, like, kind of bring it up, like, behind his shoulder and then just scrape across the front of him from shoulder to hip.
Ow.
Okay. You take the Surigama, you hook it onto his shoulder. He goes to make a strike at you, but instead you use your weight and bring it down. You all hear a sickening rip sound of metal and bone both tearing across as he leaves a huge gash in him before he falls over.
She was tired of not hitting anybody.
Melody, in your head, I need you to make a wisdom save.
Okay. Wisdom save.
Let's go, girl.
22.
Nice.
Okay. You, for a moment, begin to panic. You can hear in your head, but killing is bad, right? You're not gonna. And you can feel just a lump in your chest. But you manage to shake it off.
Okay. Cool.
It is now the drone's turn. It is not looking too hot. And it is going to go... It is going to make an attack at Icaros. 16.
That hits.
4 points bludgeoning damage.
Just again, this. Oof.
You're just getting hammered in the chest. All right. Right. Ruan, it's your turn.
All right, you know what we doing? I'm gonna cleave this bitch with a 15.
That misses.
Fucking Christ. I'm not gonna do it. I've used so much
Right.
of my shit already. I'm just gonna. It's fine.
Alright, well, it's right in front of me. And it's the last one left as far as I know, so I'm just gonna do what the kids are doing these days and not make that. So I'm gonna use my inspiration,
Okay.
I think.
For it.
Yeah, okay. I'll go ahead and reroll. How about a dirty 20?
That does hit.
Alright. How about an 11?
Let's go.
All right. That is enough to bring the automaton down as the electrical, or as the thunderous energy inside your dagger managed to overload its systems, and it falls to its knees. And then it does a minor explosion, but not harming anybody.
I'm gonna, as soon as I see it fall, I'm gonna charge in and see what we're dealing with. We're gonna head in. 'Cause,
Okay.
Yeah, we're not pausing. We gotta go. Took too long again.
Right. Give me 1 second. So, you are all heading into the communications tower.
Yeah, and I'd say that Ruan's going first. I think a lot of us are kind of fucked up. We gotta try though.
Are we? Yeah, how are we all looking? Like, super bad? Is anyone
Mira
looking
got
super
almost
rough?
like Mira's rough.
I almost
Okay.
made myself into two. I have a quick question. Where is the place for the bonus task at?
It is over here in the intelligence office.
Okay, never mind.
No.
We'll wait on that one.
Yeah, we'll see how we're feeling.
As we're charging in, Icarus is just sort of following along, but I'm basically just going to brush beside Chimera. And
Aww. Aw.
Do a little heal.
Oh,
Ooh.
max heal. Let's go.
Amira's been getting max healing all night.
See, she's got good health care because she's rich.
What's that like?
Always rich.
Shut up, I'll take it back.
Okay. As you enter the communication building, you see that it is. It looks very similar to an office reception area. There is a desk in the center of the room. Behind it is a wall that curves around to either side. But you do see a door that's been swung open, and you do see a stairwell that seems to be leading up. You see several several other doors in this area. They all look to be blocked with some sort of keycard access.
Out of curiosity, do we want to put the bombs low or high or both? Like, how many do we have?
You have 4 currently. She said to plant them on the in the communications like hub.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. Just making sure before we get too far. Continue. I'm sorry.
Since this is an office building, surely they have a little map for us. You know, for the new employees.
If you'd like to look for one, you can.
I look for one.
All right, make a investigation check if you're actually like digging for one.
18.
18. You're able to find a burned up one. Kind of dust it off a little bit, and you do see that there is an emergency staircase that leads all the way up to the top floor. You notice by looking at this map now, the top floor is actually half inside and half outside. There is a platform that holds what looks to be, as far as the map is concerned, some sort of garage, and the other half seems to be the area where all of the communications computers are.
And they're like right next to each other?
Yes, on the top floor.
Excellent. Hovercraft. Amira holds out the map and says, I found a way up. Might save us some time.
I pause and wheel around.
She motions to her map. I think the staircase will take us directly there.
We were heading up the main stair hall thing, right?
Yes, but she found an emergency staircase.
Just making sure it's a separate one.
Yes. Melody, your question?
Yeah, so I had a question. Are there like any computers on this first level?
There is a destroyed one in the center on the reception desk.
Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. The other thing is, so when we first started our mission with our Halo boots, are those like a one-time use?
Once a day.
Once a day. Okay. I was just thinking maybe we could just jump off the building, but if our boots don't work, then that's probably not happening.
Hey,
right?
With a garage up there, I have a better idea.
True.
Yeah, I'm gonna like immediately turn around and go and look for the said staircase, like especially using the map to tell which direction it is.
Okay. So you head over to the staircase. You look at the map and you look at the floor list right next to the staircase. You have to climb about 10 flights.
Okay.
I pound a Monster Energy drink and I race up the stairs.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'll bolt
All right, this is
as well after her, but I think my echo will just like meld into the wall and become my shadow as I run up.
there is some ambient emergency lighting that is lighting your way in the stairwell. It's kind of like a dim strobing blue light. It's a slow strobe. And you guys run all the way up 10 flights. By the time you get up there, it's pretty tiring. It's 10 flights of stairs, but you're able to do it. You see an entire array of different computers, and they're in some of the languages you understand, some you don't. You see a lot of information on these screens, but no one really knows how to parse it out.
Okay, but we are at the top floor.
Yes.
What we're looking for.
This is where we plant the bombs, yes?
I think so. and I'm gonna just investigate to try to double check that it fits the description that we heard.
Make a perception check.
Okay. I not 20 for a 20.
Nice.
This seems to be exactly what you're looking for. And as you are looking around to see, you see underneath the it's kind of underneath the desk, kind of hidden away. You see 5 keys.
Oh shit. Okay, I'll grab the keys.
Okay.
And I'll distribute them. Just really quickly, like, ba, 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 ba. And if they take them, they do, and if they don't, they just get dropped.
What is this for? Look, while they're setting up the bombs, can I look for that garage?
Yeah, you see, it's pretty easy. It's the size of a garage. And there is a gate in front of it with slats that you can see through. And there is a green and a red button on the wall. And in the garage, you see a whole row of what you would all know to be motorcycles.
Oh hell yeah! I hit the green button.
The green,
Go.
the gate begins to rise, and you see. They look sleek. They look fast. They have this matte black finish that kind of wraps around the edges that looks almost like wind passing, like a black wind passing over them. As the gate rises all the way up, you hear an alarm begin to blare.
I'm setting it for 2 minutes.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna get the motorcycles ready.
Okay, as you do,
I will help.
all right, you two get the motorcycles ready. Icarus, what are you doing?
Looking around like I don't know what's going on. Quite literally.
Okay.
I will post at the door just to make sure, since there are alarms going off. Are the alarms obviously like within the area? Could I see any of them?
You can't see any of them, but they're definitely all throughout this stairwell. As you take a peek, you see an explosion at the very bottom. The stairs begin to crumble in front of you.
I will relay that. Stairs are no longer there.
I hurry my ass up and I hit it and go 2 more minutes, and then I'm gonna bolt and make sure that I pull Icarus with me to where the rest of our team is.
Does anyone know how to drive one of these?
We're gonna find out.
Hey Charles, do I know how to drive?
You guys have a rudimentary knowledge on how to drive one of these. This is not one of the vehicles that is typically taught, but
Cool.
it's, how
Yeah.
different can it be?
Yeah. I mean, we'll
Right.
just double check which one is, how to accelerate and stuff, and leave everybody to it, I guess. Is there like some way to like cover these things, or are we gonna have to just like take these off of the roof down the stairwell?
As you are trying to figure out what to do and where to go, you see a huge green explosion off in the distance towards the production factories where Team Ultimate was. You see now there is a 6-headed Hydra, maybe 50 feet tall, shooting out green energy in every direction. You guess that they might have bought you all of the time you have. You all get a blaring notification on your Echo Bangles. In all caps, all you see is Fallen Archon.
Oh.
Got it. We're going out. We're getting out.
Okay.
We do not pause.
So you guys are just taking the bikes off?
Yeah, with see if the keys do anything for it, and then go, I guess.
Okay.
I make sure that our Icarus, our guy that I don't know much about, is going with us.
Yeah, you haven't even asked my name.
We haven't had time. We gotta get you alive so we can ask.
Yeah, does he look like he can handle a motorcycle on his own?
He kind of looks like someone who doesn't know how to move their body.
Okay,
Yeah.
can I scoop
motion
him off
It's
of
a
it?
little bit
I
like
motion him over.
a new deer.
A new
New
deer.
baby
I
deer.
motion him over.
All elbows
Yeah,
and
one of us
knees.
will scoop him.
I'm not very good at this, but hey, we might die anyway.
The timers are at 1 minute. You are on the building.
I jump off to like scoop him onto the motorcycle entirely, and as soon as Amira has her arms around him to grab the handles, I leap onto mine and take off.
Okay.
As you take off, Amira says, "Are we going to the beach?"
I'm pretty sure we're gonna be looking for we're getting circled, so maybe we don't need to go all the way down to the beach. We could just head out. We'll find out. Let's go.
Start towards the beach,
Alright.
figure it out later.
I'm definitely doing that, like leaning really hard forward on the front so that I can kind of like steer it with just my one arm and my shoulder and like the nub of my other arm.
Okay. All of you, you all follow Ruan?
Yeah.
All right. You take your bikes right off the edge. As you're in the air, there's a moment of, oh shit, was this a bad idea? As you guys are plummeting towards the ground in these vehicles, you see now off in the distance, there are 3 of those rotorcraft. They've begun to swarm that Hydra, all firing arcane cannons at it. And they're starting to move in circles. As you're watching this happen, you can't tell who it is, but you can take a guess. There's somebody on the head of one of the Hydra running across its blade, across its head, and jumping off of the head onto the rotorcraft before it begins to fly away. The rest of you begin to land down onto the ground.
There's no buttons
and
or anything to like hit the hover or whatever?
There's no hover. So you guys hit the ground
Hope they're
pretty
good
hard.
shocks.
Yeah, I grab onto that shit hard and try to steady it.
You guys all take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you all land really hard. You begin to drive forward as fast as you can. It's kind of hard to control at first, but you're able to take it at least in a straight line. Buildings begin to crash overhead and fall on top of you. One is about to crash into all of you. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session. And so, another card has been drawn from the deck of many tales. Thanks for sticking with us through the twists, turns, and moments only the dice could foresee. We couldn't do this without you. If you're enjoying the story, don't forget to join our community on Discord, check out bonus content and updates on our website, and follow us on our socials to keep the adventure going between episodes. Your support keeps the magic alive. Until next